Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam.
Drink.
Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
Fuck! Провали в мозку. Щось доволі чаще стається в стариках.
Dangerous, desperate individual.
О, так мені повезло. Ау! Багато провалів пам'яті!
I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize.
А що, воно обратно вилетіло було? А, ні, зараз уже кажеться нормально.
I have any second thoughts about what I was doing? No. I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
Так я став замічати доволі часто, що OBS любить таку фігню витворяти. Не кажу, бо я зараз стрімлю в 60 FPS та й на високих качествах, так що...
But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell.
Я точно в голову попав.
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Окей, уровень. Це ще один долком. Що тут у нас підказка о самородках істині. О, це було добре.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked.
Я вистрілив! Фак, я тепер замітив, що мене вбило.
I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come. With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
Це їх рака? А, це типа історія.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
Чорт. По-моєму, час тікати, вони геть.
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just
Це погано, треба це розставити. Ей-ой! Вода!
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side.
І це тут ще історія так трохи міняється. Типа, ізначально воно так, але бум, потім воно так.
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith, which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell. I was determined not to give up, however. That Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water.
You ain't beefing me.
Ah, серйозно? Хотілося чути свою трохи печку. Сказати, що він вважає звіря. Звіря кого?
But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Це історія. История. Генри Пламер. Уильям Генри Пламер родился в 1832 году в Эдисоне, Мэйл. Возраст 19 лет он отправился на запад на золотые прииски Калифорнии. По всеобщему признанию, Пламер был яркой личностью и очень умело обращался с кое-кто. В течение 2 лет он приобрел собственную шахту. по ціні одного.
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Любас, Любас щепить. Так, або він десь втік. Ой, вибачайся, я не можу, я зараз скін граю. А, чорт, бой з босом. Взагалі він не так холодно виглядає.
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was going to take some doing.
What do you think you're doing? Who said you follow dynamite? I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out!
Вперед! Ти шишку сидить. Це пляшок пускаєш. Так, сам телефон чи стрім. Я не знаю. Тут в мене чуть телефон ламає, я лишаю.
I'm going all medieval on your ass!
Йой!
You must be about out of bullets!
Фак!
That's this, you son of a bitch! You can throw dynamite! I can shoot too! They're gonna bury you in a million pieces!
Як воно мене буває? Я не розумію, я ж вроді би здалека ще стріляю. Добре, я, звісно, перший раз вистрілив по своїм діамітові.
What do you think you're doing? I'm going all medieval on your ass. This sucker is smarter than he looks. You kill him, or I kill you. I can shoot too.
То я когось странця вбив.
You ain't taking me. I got a lot more dynamite than you. Shoot, but can you aim? They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up.
Фак, обратно я по себе стріляю. Платив 1-2 роки, то норм для сучасних зваднів. Я телефон вже більше 5 років. Майже, ні, по-моєму, навіть 5 років. 3-4 роки все.
I got a lot more dynamite than you. No blood money for you today. What do you think you're doing? dynamite! This is gonna hurt! Run! All medieval on your ass! This cocksucker is smarter than he looks! You ain't taking me! I'm gonna bury you in a million pieces! You killed an innocent man!
Так, обратно я лицем прямо в пулю. Явно мені до нього далеко.
They're gonna bury you in a million pieces! Who said you can throw dynamite? You can shoot, but can you aim? What are you, yellow? I've got a lot more dynamite than you! What do you think you're doing?
Чё? Слишком много, слишком быстро.
How you like that? You can shoot, but can you aim? This sucker is smarter than he looks. Who said you could throw dynamite? I'm gonna go medieval on your ass. You can run, but you can't hide forever! I got a lot more dynamite than you! You ain't taking me! No going for you
Чорт, боже! Ой, чого я маю сидіти іменно в фармердомі такому, блін. Ви з ними розбиратися.
What do you think you're doing? Oh! I want money for you today! Catch this, you son of a bitch! I'm going all medieval on your ass! You want some more? Who said you could throw dynamite? You ain't taking me! This cocksucker is smarter than he looks!
Чорт! Якщо б не грав, він би в мене ще працював, бо так як у мене скільки раз він падав уже.
They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up! Run! You can shoot, but can you aim? I'm more dynamite than you!
А, боже! Це я не люблю. Це називається дикість Call of Duty.
I got a lot more dynamite than you! I can shoot too! Run!
Я сиджу за мной телефон.
Who said you could throw dynamite?
Fuck!
This cocksucker is smarter than you. You ain't taking me. Show yourself. What do you think you're doing? You can shoot, but can you aim? Oh! Run! Oh! Don't toy with him. Just kill him. It's gonna hurt. I can shoot too. So
Это очень
I'll
вот
bury
цилиндром.
you in a million pieces. No blood money for you today.
Yeah!
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
По-моему, с цим мужиком дасться мені нові здібності, хоча б для увороту.
Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Быстрее мертвый. Мертвый. О, боже.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different. I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
Чорт! Ну, камерою там раз пару тижнів користуюсь я тут. Окей. Айо!
I thought the Texas Rangers got hard.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
Show yourself, coward! Shit!
Ну, хоть зазвонит.
It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres to the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and
Чорт. Боже, пафос
I'm jumping the gun here.
Просто 200
Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. Freezing my giblets off. Ain't right, we gotta stay out here keeping watch like this.
Ain't nobody stupid enough to...
Damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friend. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcomed presence.
Хто там такий задумний? Давай, просувай, я хочу бачити голови.
I'm gonna shoot you dead! Tell Hardin someone's coming for him! Stop that son of a bitch! No, we got another log.
I wondered if Bob was among them.
Намічись навіть камера на телефон, що 145 пікселів була розкоша, а тут зовсім захрені. Ну, майбутнє це тоді, а це таке, попробуй раз на щось так скрепсти. Задній панель камери, зачем?
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better. Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Та вона трохи підлагує, бо кажу, я зараз на ультрах зараз сижу. Та й на 30. У мене все порядку, стоїть тихо, спокійно. Треба. Нормальній людині.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
Цей пацан. Половину раз підмусив пацан. Ні. Ладно, вам с двумя пистолетами туда.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
до ПК стрімити, чи нагадує 200, яка б мала я. Шкода, що в мене динаміта нема. Раз, два кидки динаміта, там вже все вичистило бися. Я кажу,
In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Ай, ох! Це не люблю. А що мене? А я не понял, що мене вбило на цей раз?
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Їду по їм прийду. Окей.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Воно там стоїть. А де ж то був кінець? Окей.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Зараз. Вже ж порнострім. Коли я обіцяю порнострім, не знаю.
Thank
Ніколи.
you, darling.
Тому що мене забанять.
Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
серії Вовк. Блін, як ще може себе назвати індіянець?
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Я не пам'ятаю, щоб я обіцяв аніме порно. Це точно. Я точно обіцяв, що по стріму може Get Over It, но то ще 50 на 50. Тому що та гра і ще тот геморой буде.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
Далеких горах.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death. Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move.
Але вже ти зараз йдеш,
He
виступаєш
led a
проти
band of
індійців,
young
вони
Apache
призначені
warriors
для
who wanted
цього.
retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Це що тут? Там пише, що лічі, але знову прийшлось дещо робити.
They saw me before I saw them.
Порти стрім не буде, якщо ви не забанять. Якщо забанять, то, блін, порти стрім буде, але з донатом. В тому постійно донатом. А так я там не працюю.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Американці. О, герой.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated from it.
Fuck!
I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, there's a lot better.
Погляньте, це така дудка, це інструмент. Це третій інструмент.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
І бум, так, куди появився.
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
На. Та блін, скільки у вас тут апачів?
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the wall.
Школа почти.
How big was
Школа
this
почти
cave?
добувати.
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
Майнкрафт ні, я не стикнув. Я знаю, що вони зараз як популярні заново стали, бо пару людей почали вже їх стрімити популярні, но ні, Майнкрафт...
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Надіюсь, там щось обнови просто шик. Ну, я. Не кажу, Майнкрафт не для мене. Don't Starve, да, бо я більше вирос на Don't Starve. Майнкрафт не. Don't Starve в Майнкрафті це близько. Нет, спасибо, мені лише Don't Starve. І Майнкрафт. Я не пам'ятаю, що було останній раз, коли я стрімив Майнкрафт. Зрелище доволі несприятне було.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to two Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
По-моему, из Juarez, саме першого, другого. Що ж таке? Я не знаю, я якось його живу.
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me. As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul will have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
Блін, тут ключей пуки не парься. О, да, у них особливо, там є порнуха, блін.
As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Сфоткнів. Урой. Больше концентрация попадания в голову, пострелять в голову, чтобы сосредоточиться на каждом попадании в голову, получается понесет больше концентрации. Да.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle. I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Шустрый, блин.
Mumbo Jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens.
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
Блин, старика довольно части брованы памяти. Интересно, за чего там? вас і так мало. От тут, блін. О, господи. Треба було покласти гаму на ниже, так хотів їх розстріляти. Ландшафта. Утки вони... Я не розумію, вони мене через листву стріляють. Знаєте, коли не треба було... Ну да, я теж не забув. Я думаю, я ще цю місію пройду, та й все. Або я її пройду, або вона мене доб'є. А, раді Бога, обратно, я йду в сторону пулі. Та що мені так любиться їсти свинець? А, господи, я на дієті. Це дієті. Я ворог вперед.
Steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
Oh, they blew me, Ah, yeah. Стрільби, да? Единственное, вот эти действия точно.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
Серйозно, бритський канал просто
I
пропало.
followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air. Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty. Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem, might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Дальтони. Законний мир.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of the riot.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Гарно всі лежать. О, господи, ні, знаєте що, я тоді на цьому вже раз таки зупиняюся. Вже досить було, вже зараз уже пізно вечором. Я постараюся до наступного разу обновити трейлера та потраду на трохи нижче качество, аби хоча б не сильно зависало. І продовження вже будемо бачити вже на наступний раз. З вами ваш Бодю Бобер. Всім добра, від бобра і всім удачі!